Good evening. It is now time for Bollocks this evening. And we are in the
Bozard Ford Studio.
Damn right we are. All right, You're wondering what's going on right here. It's wager wire time. And before we get to all the excitement, Lenny and I are going to go about 6 rounds. That's all I got. I can't do 7.
Yeah, you can't make
do
it.
7.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
just call me Sunday Liston.
I'll just wait you out.
I'm not answering the bell in the 7th.
I'll just wait you out.
It's good. See, this is what I don't understand. He didn't answer the bell in the 7th.
Right.
But it's considered a technical knockout in the 7th round. But he never entered the 7th round. I think it should be a technical knockout in the 6th.
Right.
So, I don't know. All right, but let me tell you about Bozard Ford Lincoln. For over 75 years, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been a trusted name in St. Augustine, built on family values, honesty, and doing things the right way. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, no surprise pricing, and the Drive Happy guarantee, Bozard makes car buying simple and stress-free. That's the Bozard difference. Their state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment maintenance, and over 40 mobile service vans to serve at your convenience. And Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Just off I-95 and State Road 16, Bozard Ford Lincoln, they're driven to inspire.
When comfort can't wait, homeowners trust Powell Heating and Air. Serving St. Augustine and the surrounding area, Powell offers expert heating and air conditioning service 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with flat rate pricing and no overtime fees. From their new system installations to emergency repairs and routine maintenance, their skilled team services all makes and models. With a fleet of trucks and a fully stocked warehouse, Powell is always ready to help. Powell Heating and Air, your comfort is their business. Call 904-794-COOL. That's 904-794-2665.
All right. I was talking to Billy right before we came in to the studio. Abear, Kresge and Associates CPAs. For trusted financial guidance with a personal touch, turn to Abear, Kresge and Associates CPAs. Serving St. Augustine since 1989. With over 125 years of combined experience, their team offers expert services in tax planning, estate and trust work, business valuations, payroll, and more. Whether you're starting a business or planning for the future, they deliver smart, customized solutions that grow with you. Call 904-460-0747 or visit AbearKresgeCPA.com. Abear, Kresge and Associates, where your success is their mission.
Made in the USA, Synergy Power Solutions designs innovative portable power systems that can replace traditional fuel generators or make them work smarter. By saving fuel and combining reliable energy storage with solar power when it makes sense, Synergy Power delivers efficient, mission-ready power anywhere it's needed. Their rugged, proven systems have been fielded worldwide and trusted in the toughest environments. When power matters most, count on Synergy Power. Call 800-793-4364. Synergy Power Solutions. Smarter power anywhere.
All right. And we have several other sponsors we got to tell you about. Meehan's Irish Pub, 80 Davis Construction, St. Augustine Distillery and Citygate Spirits, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing. Proofing. Good to see you today, Chuck, at the presentation by the governor. Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, St. Anastasia Construction Group. You know, we couldn't have a better group. We couldn't assemble a better group any other place in the world.
Nope.
It's got to happen here in St. Augustine. All right. Well, happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Hump Day. It is National Pink Shirt Day in Canada.
Well, I got told a bill of good this morning. I heard it was Pink Shirt Day.
I saw it in there. I did not correct, so I'm going to take partial responsibility on it. So,
why not? I look good in pink.
Yeah, you do. You do.
And I am in touch with my sensitive side.
I'm going to confirm that real quick that I read it as Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Because to me, I believe you have Canadian roots somewhere.
I thought I dyed them out.
Yeah. No,
my roots are showing?
Your roots are here.
I don't know Canada. You know,
here we go.
Italy,
it's National
England.
Chocolate Covered Nut Day.
Okay, you can take care of that at home.
And it's Pink Shirt Day, Canada.
Okay,
See?
not here.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought I read it right.
All right.
Okay. All right. So,
Well, I'm still wearing my pink shirt.
So, and if your name was Billy, it is National Billy Day. So,
Okay.
Billy Abear, today's your day.
Billy Bernstein, right back at you. Yeah.
All right. Inconvenience yourself today. I think I inconvenience myself most days.
Yeah, that's not hard to do.
Yeah. So, let's all eat right day. Not going to happen.
Yeah, we're thinking about the fried calamari tonight.
All right. Ooh, this is a good one. Quiet. Hey, we're going to whisper throughout the entire show.
Can they make a movie about that?
I don't know. Is that the...
You talk too loud, they'll come find you.
I don't know. Tomorrow's Carpe Diem day, so I'm going to seize tomorrow.
All right.
Just let you know.
Yeah, but you got to give it back on Friday.
Yeah, I'm going to seize
just
it.
saying.
Tomorrow I'm
Just saying.
seizing it.
So, yeah.
All right. I was hoping you'd fill that spot, but you didn't.
I was going to ask you, how was
was
your
a
conversation with Frederick Douglass this afternoon?
It's
You're
a beautiful...
sitting hanging out with him.
It was a beautiful statue. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it was the bronze new monument of Frederick Douglass. Is absolutely beautiful. The plaque could be a little better. Okay. You know, it was informational. Information was okay. But the bronze statue is so beautiful. I think they could have done a better job with the other. So, you know, Governor did a great job. Very knowledgeable. You can tell he read all the way from Tallahassee to here, his homework. But he did a really good job. And he answered questions completely not relevant.
He is a politician.
To Frederick. I mean, he allowed the media. There was probably, what was there, about 6 or 7 of you guys there? Like,
yes, there were
standing up front.
There were like around 6, 7.
And I was coaching Blake to box out. He did a fine job. He got pole position, but when Action News came up, I saw him trying to put the tripod right where Blake was standing. I was like, you better hold that position.
Spread your legs and exert your center of gravity, brother.
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
Charles Barkley, that elbows out.
That's it. Or that would be Canadian, elbows up.
Yeah,
Elbows
sure.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, all you Jacksonville news stations over here, there had to be at least one spot up there, one spot next to Governor DeSantis representing St. Johns County, the best county in Florida.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There was a couple of pressers there. I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
So, it was kind of strange. Like, I stepped back from where Blake was at in the other press, but I was just still inside the little circle. And some different character, I'm going to say it like that,
Okay.
a person who didn't look like they fit in with the rest of the people there,
Okay.
comes up and stands beside me. So he kind of walked and got past some of the other security stuff and stands beside me. And he's holding something. He's very fidgety. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I don't know what this guy's doing. And as I'm thinking the same thing, 2 of the largest highway patrolmen I've ever seen, these guys were mountain of men, came and stood right in front of this guy where he couldn't see anything because, you know, he kind of pushed his way up front.
Right.
And I think he wanted to give DeSantis a book or something like that,
Okay.
or he wanted to have some conversation with him, which wasn't it wasn't the place for it. Yeah.
So he didn't tap these behemoths on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, gentlemen, you're blocking my view."
No, they were over to the side,
Right.
and then they're facing us directly. Like he's standing beside me, like right here, and I was just like, because he stepped between me and another friend of mine. You know, and they saw it because they're seeing everything. And this guy, I bet he was like 6'3" and 250 and probably 2% body fat.
Jeez.
Comes over and stands right in front of him, and he knew I belonged there, where I was supposed to be. The other law enforcement were talking to me and the other stuff, but this guy, very intimidating. I was like, if this goes down, I'm in the middle of it. There's no way I'm not getting it. There's no way I'm not going to be a part of this.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to be on film.
Well,
So-
it is Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the original one, but still.
All right. All right, Barbara Jean, I'm glad you got your soup, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, perfect. I'm happy for that. So, I'm any takeaways from the governor today?
It definitely was a good presentation. The DeSantis was very knowledgeable. The other guest that spoke today was very good. Great to see the county come together. We saw some. We obviously saw the mayor, city commissioners, county commissioners. The sheriff was there as well. So great to see a bunch of people there.
Yeah, Chief Marson was there. The mayor, Commissioner Garris, and Commissioner John DePrater were there. And then from the county side, it was Commissioner Whitehurst and Commissioner Joseph.
Yes.
So, and it was good to see her because I haven't had a chance. I hadn't had a chance to talk to her since her husband had passed. So
that's a shame.
Condolences still.
It's a hard disease.
And it's
a hard disease to deal with.
In that finality of it all, just the pressure that comes with it, all the paperwork, all the, there's so much stuff that comes with it, and it's piles on. So a lot of love to that family and getting through that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Did anybody acknowledge the fact that there was a plaque to Frederick Douglass on St. George Street in front of where the old Opera House was, where he spoke?
Yeah, they did, and it was the Genevar Opera House, and it burnt down in the 1915 fire, the big fire.
Right.
Sorry that I got the hiccups. That took place. The fire that started at the Florida House right there on the north side of Treasury is where that fire started, and then it burnt everything north of it all the way to Kuna.
Right.
So people don't realize at that time we have more hotel rooms downtown than what we do right now.
This was not the fire that was possibly, allegedly, could have been started in response to competition for Henry Flagler's new hotel. This was much later.
That one was the boiler of the St. Augustine Hotel that took place in 1887.
Right, just before he opened.
And I think that was more myth than legend, because Captain Vale, who owned that, Vale Point.
I was thinking Vane. Never mind, not a pirate.
Vale.
Okay.
No, not a pirate.
Not the pirate.
No, Captain
right,
Vale, like Vale Point Park,
right.
Vale Point, right there on the San Sebastian, on the intercoastal there. He owned that block where our property is and where the church is. So that fire in 1887 burnt down the St. Augustine Hotel, which was a wooden structure, 5 stories tall, over 500 rooms, and it burnt that entire block, including the cathedral.
Right.
So in 1887, the cathedral was completely gutted and burnt, and the flames were so hot they said they could see them in Jacksonville.
Wow.
But the market burnt down, or you could see the glow of it. You couldn't see the flames. You could see the glow of it.
Even so, right, yeah.
And it was in Harper's, what was the newspaper?
Harper's Gazette?
Harper, shoot, it'll come to me. Bobby, you probably help me. But it was in that national newspaper. But the point I was trying to get to, when you see the clock tower in pictures or paintings of the cathedral,
right,
that means it was after the fire of 1887. The 2 wings on the either side, like you go in the basilica, and then you have 2 wings that come out. Those were built after the rebuild of 1887. It used to just be that one main section in the center with no clock tower. So if you see the cathedral without a clock tower, that's a picture or painting prior to 1887.
Good to know.
So,
good to know.
So, stupid stuff stuck in the noodle.
Hey, history, baby. It's all about history.
Stuck in the noodle. Okay, you guys see the glove?
Yes. One
of our topics today is boxers from the 70s, champions from the 70s.
It's going to be a knockout.
Yes, it's because today is the day, and this didn't happen in 70, it happened in 64, is when Ali beat Liston to win his first championship. So we're going to talk about some of that. You had another topic about NCAA. Blake, where do you want to go?
Let's go and deal with the glove in the room. Let's go and do boxing.
glove in the room.
The glove in the room.
You funny.
Yeah. All right. So we're talking about 70s champions in the room, and the reason I picked 70s champions in this room, this glove is one of my favorite sports memorabilia that I have.
Sure.
And
Worth $20 cash.
It has, yeah, $20. Make you holla.
Cash money, baby.
All right, and it has 5 champions who have signed this glove, and 4 of them are from the 70s. All right, and on this glove is Ali, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, who was late 70s, and then he dominated the early 80s, and then later late 80s and 90s, Mike Tyson.
Right.
So, but the time I wanted to focus on is starting early 70s. Joe Frazier was the champ. Ali had to give up his title. Joe Frazier was the champ from 70 to 73. All right. And then he lost the title to George Foreman. All right. And the great fight, the Frazier Ali fight that I think took place at Madison Square Garden, I believe it was in 73, and it could have been the greatest fight of all time. It went all 15 rounds. Both men ended up in the hospital, staying the night in the hospital. But a lot of people think Ali won that fight. Ali lost that first championship fight back after his suspension and his legal trouble about being a conscientious objector. But Frazier won that fight, and it goes down as one of the greatest fights of all time. And Ali's in some of these amazing, great fights. Did you see the movie Ali?
No, with Will Smith.
With Will Smith.
No.
Okay, I think they did a pretty nice job on it, and it kind of focused on the rumble in the jungle. So Foreman, young man, big left hand, heavy hitter,
was
just almost looked unbeatable.
71. I don't remember if you said 73.
Was it the first fight back was 71?
March 8, 71. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But Frazier lost to Foreman, I think, in 73 is when he lost the title.
Okay.
So, because Foreman was, I think, champ for a year and a half. And the Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire was one of the biggest publicized. It was via satellite and closed caption and all this stuff where it was like brand new, all of that. And Ali was getting his ass absolutely beat. He was talking stuff, was all in Foreman's head. And this is when he developed the rope-a-dope. Because he knew he couldn't go punch for punch for him.
Not with him, no.
And what he was doing is he knew he was in better shape. He knew he could take a punch. So he was covering up, leaning against the ropes, and letting Foreman punch himself out. And if it would have went 12 rounds, Ali would have lost.
Right.
But in the 15th round, Foreman can barely hold his hands up, and that's when Ali took him out.
Right.
So,
just they switched back and forth, you know?
Yeah. Yep. So what do you got as far as timeline goes?
Well, Frazier had opened the decade as champion from 70 to 73. George Foreman from 73 and 74.
Ali got it from him.
74 to 78. And then he
lost to Leon Spinks.
Right. And then Larry Holmes took it from Spinks.
Yeah.
So
what year did Larry Holmes, 79?
It doesn't say, but it would probably be 79 or 80. Let's see. Leon Spinks was 78 to 78, and Holmes was 78 and 1980.
Ali got it back from Spinks. He won it back from Spinks because he won it for the third time, and then he retired.
First 3-time champion in 1979.
Yeah,
yep.
And a lot of people don't realize Larry Holmes was the sparring partner of Muhammad Ali. And Ali came out of retirement. He did 2 fights out of retirement. He lost pretty bad to Holmes. Holmes let him stick around, but he obviously was winning the fight. It was a completely out of respect for his hero,
Right. Well,
kind of fight.
Yeah.
And then I think Ali's last fight he lost like Trevor Berbick or somebody that was not a big name fighter.
Yeah. You had a couple other names popped up like Jerry Coetzee and
Cousy. Yeah.
Coetzee. Yeah.
Yeah. Cousy, wasn't it?
Coetzee. Yeah.
Who's Cousy?
Jerry Coetzee. He was a heavyweight. No, you're not putting your beer in it.
Coatsy. Who's Coatsy?
He was a big palooka.
Okay.
He wasn't quite the Bayonne bleeder.
Okay. So Jerry Cousey's a different guy. That's the guy they called the Great White Hope at one point.
I don't think so, but possibly. No, the Great White Hope. Well, who was that? That was. Let's see.
All right. But there's a fighter in the middle of the 70s that I feel, and I remember
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson was
not white.
Jack Johnson was not white, and it was in 1910.
Right.
Shit.
And I think that was the name of the play or the movie or the book.
Yeah.
Was it Jim Jeffries?
No, this was definitely during the 70s, possibly the 80s. Ali beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, I just tried my best to search up the Great White Hope boxing, and and the first thing that came up was the movie.
Right. Right. With James Earl Jones.
Yeah. All right, we'll see what chat can do.
They got Jim Jeffries, who I have no idea who
Jerry
he is, because that was
Quarry.
1910. There you might have been, but he wasn't. But I don't think he was called the Great White Hope. Jerry Quarry was
He was a
legit boxer.
No, he was a legit boxer.
Right.
He was an Irishman.
Right.
Yeah, no, he was supposed to be the guy who was going to take him out, because in the 1970s, heavyweight boxing was dominated by all the 6 that I named here are black gentlemen. So yeah, so
There was somebody else.
yeah. Quarry was the first opponent Ali faced in 1970 following Ali's 3-year exile.
Tommy Morrison.
That was that's John Wayne's grandson.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Tommy Morrison didn't name him Marion.
Tommy Morrison was in the 90s, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's Jerry Quarry is who I was. Not
okay, fine,
that's who in my brain was doing it. But they hyped that as because there was such a strong white and black divide.
Right.
I think Don King actually is the one who did the promotion of it, and
He was a
promoted it
promoter.
that way. But one of the fights that I saw, and I remember, boxing used to be really, really big in the 70s, just like tennis was really big in the 70s because the Americans were competitive.
Chuck Wepner.
Just like, huh?
Chuck Wepner was the Bayonne bleeder.
Oh, okay. I don't remember him.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Young. I don't know if you remember Jimmy Young.
I do not.
Right. And Blake, if you would, can you pull up the fight between Jimmy Young and Muhammad Ali? Because this was right in the middle of his, between 73 and 78. I think Jimmy Young beat Ali. And Ali won because of the decision. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I'd like to see if it actually went there. Because, I mean, I was probably 8-9 years old watching this.
Well, in 1975, you got to give Chuck Wepner credit. He stayed in the ring for 15 rounds against Ali.
Okay.
And then apparently he was the inspiration for the movie Rocky.
Mm.
He was from Jersey. He was from Bayonne. He could bleed with the best of them, hence the name, the Bayonne Bleeder.
Right. What would you like specifically from this fight?
If you can tell me
Get the scorecard.
how the scorecard played out, like it go 15 rounds, because I remember it as a decision, and I thought Jimmy Young had won the fight. So So, and
Right.
I remember I saw both fights with Leon Spinks, between Ali. That was later in the 70s, so I could remember it. But is there any particular boxing match that you could remember, like, because I missed the Buster Duck. Yeah, what you got, Blake?
All right, so
He's raising his hand.
Yeah,
so I had to do it politely.
thank you, sir.
That was very well done.
Yeah, so it looks like for scorecard, so it was Muhammad Ali unanimous decision. Looks like it was 72-65, 70-68, and 71-64.
Yeah. So
Scoring in boxing is so tough, though. You know,
Yeah.
it's touches, and it's getting weirder now too. Because you get a decision, and it's like a 1-point decision, a 2-point decision per round. It's hard to follow the scoring in boxing.
well, and Ali was so good at getting points and looking. What I think you heard me say this is Hank Aaron was Willie Mays, but his hat didn't fall off.
Right.
You know, and Muhammad Ali was the best. He was the Willie Mays inside the ring. No one looked prettier than him. No one pointed better than him.
He
No
was
one.
beautiful.
Yeah, he was. He
Ask
just
him, he'll
just
tell you.
ask
Right,
him.
exactly.
Just
No doubt
ask him.
about it.
But I mean, the incredible story is George Foreman coming back. He was over 50 years old and wins the championship again. So.
Yeah, but I give Chuck Wepner credit, man. He did 15 rounds with Ali.
Jerry Cooney. Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we got to that already.
Yeah, Cooney.
Yeah.
Not Corey, Cooney.
Yeah. Okay.
We said Jerry Cooney?
I thought so. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
maybe not.
said Jerry Corey.
Oh, yeah, no.
But I think now I got to go to Cooney because I think Cooney was the one. Bobby, you are the man, sir. So, but I'm looking up Cooney right now. Thank you.
So Chuck Wepner, not only did he spend 15 rounds with Muhammad Ali, but he also fought Sonny Liston and George Foreman. So, you know, he was 36-14-2, but he fought some serious champions. You know, and that in its own right is impressive that you're getting in the ring with those guys. And you live to tell about it.
Yeah. Well, and here's one we haven't mentioned is Ken Norton.
Personally, one of my favorites. Absolutely.
Ken Norton actually, Jerry Cooney beat Ken Norton, but Ken Norton is the one who broke Ali's jaw.
Oh, yeah.
Ali still won the fight, but he broke Ali's jaw.
Ken Norton was a specimen, and his kid, Ken Norton Jr., who is now a coach, I believe, was a hell of a linebacker.
I think he's a defensive coordinator now.
For the San Francisco 49ers, yep.
Yeah.
But I like Ken Norton a lot. He was one of my favorite boxers when I was a kid, Ken Norton. Absolutely. You know, he stuck around. He never won the championship. He never won the belt. But, boy, he was a contender.
So,
and that's who Larry Holmes beat to win the WBC title. Some of the boxing matches I remember a lot of the Olympic gold medal matches. You know, Teofilo Stevenson sticks out in memory.
Yeah.
Giant Cuban.
He could have been the greatest boxer of all time that we didn't know.
Yeah.
So, you know, how many times he wins? 6?
I'm not sure, but it was an awful lot. And he was a pleasure to watch boxing. And
But you only got to see him for 3 rounds.
I was going to say, and those were quick bouts. Absolutely. Those were in and out. You're done.
Yeah.
So you had Jerry Quarry and Jerry Cooney. One's with a J and one with a G.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see if we can see how many gold medals he actually won.
Teofilo Stevenson.
Yeah.
Fighting for Cuba.
Cuba.
Man, they put out a boxing card in the Olympics almost every year. They were dominant. All the weight classes.
Let's see. He won 3 Olympic golds, 72, 76, and 1980. American Shakur Stevenson, not related, won a silver medal in the Rio Olympics. So he was 3-time world champion, 74, 78, and 86. So from 72 to 86, he dominated the heavyweights. So that's pretty wild. You know, but we never got to see him.
No.
And a lot of people don't realize Ali fought as a light heavyweight in Rome. He wasn't a heavyweight.
He was lean, right. He won it in 60. Frazier won the gold medal in 64. George Foreman in 68. And Sugar Ray Leonard in 1976.
Yeah, but he wasn't a heavyweight.
No.
He was a welterweight.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's enough of our boxing. We have have we already told Josh he's the winner?
You did this morning. I don't know if he's.
Okay.
I don't know if he's even playing with us today so far.
Yeah, Josh, you are the winner of a $20 gift card. We will follow up and get that to you. Appreciate everybody participating. But here's my question. If we take out the hockey stuff, how long did it actually last?
There you go. Right.
That went on a long time.
Well, that was it. You know.
What did you watch the entire speech?
No, I do it after the fact. It's a little bit easier to handle.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
I did.
I watched, and some of it was hard. Some of the, and I'm sorry, I don't know who the representative that's wearing a pin that says FUCK ICE
Right.
in the chambers.
Right.
You know,
Like act like an adult.
and neither side does.
Right.
And neither
Right.
side does.
That's the problem.
And you know, it's getting further and further apart.
They don't respect the positions. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I keep bringing up the word gravitas. You know, there needs to be some, well, first of all, there needs to be civility across the board, both sides. But you also need to have respect for the position and some solemnity for the position that you're in. You are the spokesperson for however many hundreds of thousands of people are in your congressional district. You know, act like an adult, both sides.
Here's the part that bothers me about last night, including the president, including everybody who was in the room. I think the only person that I felt is representing all the people was Fetterman. I think he genuinely is trying to represent anyone and not trying to placate to a party either way.
Right.
Everybody else in the room was so locked down on the party. I think Fetterman's the only Democrat that shook
He did.
Trump's hand.
And you'll notice he was wearing a suit and tie and got questioned about that. Yeah, I usually dress like a slob, I know. But he said what I just said.
He respects the
He respects
position.
the office of the president. He said, look, I don't agree with him on a lot of things. You know, he didn't say I don't necessarily like the man, but he was sort of, you know, intimate. But the office of the president deserves some respect. You have to respect the office. You don't necessarily have to respect the individual who's in that position. And that's what, you know, I've been saying for years. You know, there needs to be some respect for the office. And there's a lot of times where I don't necessarily, you know, act as I say, unfortunately. But, you know, he just pushes so many buttons, it's not even funny.
All right.
But, yeah, no, Fetterman said, look, I was there. It was it. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that was going on. I don't agree with, you know, other Democrats for doing that. He thought some people were rude on both sides of the aisle. So, you know, good for him.
Yeah.
You know?
Josh, I think you had 133, and I had the stopwatch on it, and it was 147 and some change. It was like 147.40 or something like
Something
that.
like that. It was the
So-
longest State of the Union to
And
date.
it started at like 9:11 and ended at like 9:15, or I'm sorry, 10:59 or something like that. So, yeah. So I
Sparse attendance by the Democrats.
just like the other news, Barbara Jean, I couldn't go by what because she thought it was the news said 116. It was definitely
No.
It was definitely
yeah,
140.
yeah. It was 116. I
Yeah.
could have won. But no, but it wasn't.
Yeah, you would have got your money.
Yeah.
But
I got to remember to give Blake
yeah,
a fiver.
it was 147 and some change.
And that was the longest of his because his average of his previous State of the Unions was 81 minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I had 122. So
Well, that's why I was working off of his averages.
yeah.
I figured he's older. He'll get a little bit winded. Who knows?
Well, you take the hockey team out, I think it might have been in
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Was there any part of it that was emotionally moved you that you got to see?
Well, the 1,000-year-old guy who Melania put the Medal of Honor on was sort of poignant. I'm curious. I'm not questioning, but I'm curious. The guy who was in on the Maduro raid and was a helicopter pilot from 3 months ago, that was a pretty quick turnaround for a Congressional Medal of Honor. So I'm curious as to know what his accolade was to receive it.
Well, evidently,
I'm not familiar.
how he positioned the helicopter was key in what I read after the fact, because that one's the story that interests me.
Right.
Like
what? Because it was like, you know, it's like these things take years.
Yeah,
to,
usually
years
it
to-
usually doesn't
and it's-
happen that
right.
quick, and if he doesn't position the helicopter in that manner is after being shot,
Right.
the whole mission is kaput.
Oh, he had been shot?
He got shot like 4 times.
Ooh, tough guy. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
He
Well,
got-
that
that's the reason-
makes a lot more sense then.
That's the reason he was on a walker.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed that. He was on a walker. But he had to position as they were taking fire, because we sent the planes in first, but there was still machine gun fire.
Right.
And they were taking fire. And the way I understood it and what I read was, if he doesn't position the helicopter this way, the machine guns that were getting him would have pretty much wiped out the whole team.
Okay. And those were Cuban, I believe those were Cuban security guards that are no
yeah.
longer in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them, I think they killed 12 of them.
Yeah. I think they ended up killing
Okay.
whoever was on that machine gun didn't make it out.
Yeah,
there.
no, not at all.
So and he got there, and then his co-pilot, he's like, I'm going to pass out. His co-pilot flew him out.
Cool.
So,
Good.
so I don't know.
I don't think we lost any life in that.
No.
Not an American life was lost in that mission.
And they credit that to this gentleman
Okay.
in the article
Okay.
that I read.
Okay.
So
I did have one interesting takeaway from the speech. What's his face? Who's the vice president these days? It's
J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance
Yeah.
is now in charge of ferreting out fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, could somebody explain to me what the fuck Doge was all about?
Well, Doge closed down, and
You know?
I don't know what the hell's going on in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Barbara Jean, but I
Yeah,
don't
right.
I don't know what the hell's going on over there. I know the president already didn't like the governor, but when it smells like a rat and walks like a rat, there's usually a rat. It's usually a duck, but it sounds more like a rat.
Right.
It sounds more like a duck or a rat in this situation than a duck. So, yeah, I think there's some the people that were some of the most vocal
Right.
are some of them that are involved in a lot of this too. So
Sure, the
it's
truth will out,
it's the
but-
way it looks like it's moving, and yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah,
to see what happens.
bring back Jesse.
Yeah, right.
bring back
Governor,
Jesse.
Governor Ventura.
Yeah,
They
So-
named a highway after him.
yeah.
Actually, they named him after a highway.
So, what Josh is saying, Doge was more for federal. Vance is going to be more state by state.
Okay.
So we'll see how it plays out. I think the person that played and got the biggest applause was actually Marco Rubio.
Okay.
Did you see that portion of it at all?
No. What did little Marco do to deserve this?
Well, just his speech.
He's calming down everything.
His speech
You know?
that he gave in Europe, and
Right.
and that I think he, like, you watched the whole thing, right?
Yes.
That part of it probably seemed to be the warmest from the left,
Audience. Yeah.
and from the audience as a whole. More, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
if Marco doesn't screw up, Marco, I think, is going to pass
J.D.
J.D.
Vance.
Vance.
Well, it's going to be
That's-
interesting to see if Trump comes out and anoints a successor,
Mm-hmm.
which he's been very, very, very hesitant to do at this point in time, and it is premature for sure.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
There was so there was one comment that he did make about like joking, of course, about that he should have a third term during his speech. So
Yeah,
so
that probably went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think anybody liked that.
no,
I don't even think the Republicans want to hear that
No,
anymore
they
at
don't
this
wanna
point in
hear
time
that. They don't
either, in all
wanna hear that.
honesty.
They don't want to hear that. So
Yeah, so yeah, but it was a speech like
Yeah.
I don't understand why it starts at like 9 o'clock. I understand West Coast
got
stuff.
to have the West Coast.
Right.
They got to get home.
Yeah.
So, but the separation they stop at some point.
Well,
They
should-
stop being.
should-
They stop serving all the people, even if they're not voting for you. If I don't vote for you, you still have to represent me.
right.
That's
Right.
what
Well,
that's
that's what I
what
said,
our
yeah.
American way is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I don't think that's been happening for years.
Right.
I think it got worse after George W. Like George W. I think some people think it was Clinton. but I think I think Clinton was actually pretty good about reaching across the aisle. But I think he's the last president in my mind that really made a conscious effort to reach across the aisle.
See, it would be nice if they could erase that aisle and for the State of the Union, instead of sitting with your team, mingle them.
Yeah.
Have a Democrat sit next to a Republican. Maybe they can have a conversation. Maybe they'll shake hands. Maybe they'll find a point of information that may move some legislation forward.
Yeah.
So
Everything doesn't have to be antagonistic.
Wait, so what you're asking for is like instead by party, you want the members of Congress to sit by state?
Why not?
Yeah. Like
a convention. Put them in state delegations.
Yeah.
Which is in a lot of them. I'm sorry, excuse me. In a lot of them, it would still be majority red or majority blue. There are very few state houses that there's a couple that are fairly balanced, but then there's a couple like Virginia or let's say Texas where it's completely out of whack. It's all one or the other. And I don't know that Texas
Virginia
for sure,
should be
but Florida, Virginia was
It
balanced,
should be pretty
but
balanced.
less so.
I think George W. made Virginia more Democrat than any other president because he expanded the government by so much with Homeland Security and all his They're
all living there.
He added on more government jobs. The Republicans are supposed to make government smaller.
Yeah.
W didn't get the memo.
No.
He did not get the memo. So thank goodness he's a good painter.
Right. He's very happy in his retirement.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He is somebody who is so much happier out of office than he was in office, and is so much more appreciated now that he is an ex-president. And he's happy.
All right.
Good for him.
Barbara Jean, I'm going to switch the question around. Who do you think is going to face the bigger penalties, Walz, Fry, or Omar? Blake, you get the answer first.
I don't think
Or do you think none of them are going to get
That's a
anything?
ridiculous question. None of them are going to prison.
No, but I said just punishment. Like I didn't say they were going to prison. So I didn't say they were going to prison. She said they should. But
right. Well, Walz isn't running for re-election, so he's done.
Yeah. You know how many people think Trump should have been in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and he didn't go.
Right.
So
people are talking about running away from people who talked to Epstein, who was a convicted sex offender.
Yeah.
Without getting into the mud. To a large degree, there's court cases that say that so is Donald Trump. So, nobody's running away from him at this point in time. Well, a lot of people are, but, not the ones that should.
Okay.
So,
So, Blake, the question was to you.
So I don't think any of them are going to get criminally charged.
No.
But I do think the person that's going to hurt the worst is probably going to be Ilhan Omar. Like I definitely do believe that she's going to be voted out in this election.
it's going to be interesting to see, if she's primaried or if she just loses to an R.
Well, I can tell you,
Tough in
I think
her district.
Walz has the largest chance of losing his position.
Well, he's not running for re-election, I don't believe.
Yeah. Well, he any position at all. I don't think
Okay.
I think Walz is not electable anymore.
Right. And I don't necessarily, that's
Omar is, like you said, it comes down by the district. She's in a district where she can win even if she is convicted. Right. But I think there's going to be some the person who's going to come the closest with criminal charges against is going to be Omar.
Okay.
So, I mean, just how I'm seeing where some of the money is flowing and stuff like. You want to find the bad guy, you chase the money.
Follow the money.
Chase the money.
Follow the money.
And I think her brother / husband,
right? Well,
has something.
It's a close family.
Has something to do with it. So.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just that part of the fraud or other things. So
you heard about the man in Tennessee. Let's go West Virginia. The man because my family's in Tennessee. The man in West Virginia. On his wedding night, he's with his new wife, and he finds out she's a virgin, and he's mad. And he's like, he takes her back to the dad and says, if you're not good enough for your own family, you're not good enough for mine.
There's a home for you someplace. I'm not quite sure if we're going to drive you there this week or we'll wait a couple of weeks, but there's a home for you.
So, all right, Bobby, have them draw their. We might end up with better representation if they do draw out of a jar.
Pretty much.
So.
Well, he was just saying for seating arrangements for the State of the Union.
Oh, for the seats.
Yeah.
Well, some of them get there
right.
As soon as the doors open.
Because they want an aisle.
Yeah,
because they want to be able to shake his hand.
So they
take
want
a picture with
they
him.
want TV time.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. They want
TV.
FaceTime. And a lot of them now. And on the way out, they're all standing there with a program, and they want an autograph on their program or on a copy of the speech.
Now it's selfies too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So look, they're like everybody else. I'm going to put it on my bookshelf and put it in a frame, and it's memorabilia.
I did not watch the governor of Virginia. I started and it was
She
like
was 12 minutes, man. Zip.
yeah.
Take the under on that one. She was in and out.
But I didn't watch it at all. Did you watch it?
At least you didn't take a sip
You know
of
what it's
water.
going to be. Everything he says is wrong. It's all about the economy. He didn't give any new policies. He just puffed himself up and yelled at everybody else. So that's what she's going to say, and that's what he said.
Yeah.
So this is much ado about nothing. Look, you got to like a State of the Union where somebody lays out policy going forward. He did none of that. He brought out his grievances. He brought out how wonderful I am. He made.
I want to know how many times he said the word "I."
Oh, well, we can probably count that.
Yeah.
And if you go back and you look over it, there's people that do factual fact checking on it. This was an exaggeration. This was absolutely false. This was true. So you got to take everything with a huge grain of salt.
How did the stock market do today?
I think okay. It was up early.
Because that after these speeches, sometimes it goes in one way or the other. So you think it?
It was up today, I believe.
Yeah.
Just ask the attorney. Just ask the attorney general. We don't care about law enforcement. How's the stock market doing?
Yeah.
You moron.
The Dow's up 50,000.
It's at 49,000. It was up 300 points today.
300 points.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
oils are still shaky.
So he was believable when it comes to the dollars and cents in the economy. So.
Oil recouped, not so much. Yeah, oil recouped toward the end of the day. That's nice. All the losses were.
All right,
aired.
so we have two more of these from Donald Trump, right? We have two more State of the Unions.
Hopefully.
We have.
Or do we have three?
Well, two more.
You've got 27 and 28, and then in 29, the new president will make an address to Congress in January, but it won't be a State of the Union.
So he has two more State of the Union addresses.
You get like three per term.
Give him a grade. What do you think?
It's Donald Trump. I'll give him an A for stamina, and I'll give him a D for veracity, and I'll give him a B plus for effort.
Okay. Blake, where you at?
I'm gonna say
a solid C on content.
I'm gonna say a 73 out of 100.
73. So a low C.
So he's got a C. Yeah.
All right, and I got him about a B minus.
Okay, same difference.
So I got him about a B minus. He's not on the honor roll with this one.
But nobody,
I think he could have done it in an hour if he'd have stayed on point. Right. His effort at being humanity and being an everyday guy. I still don't know how he's pulling this off. I still don't understand.
How people believe him.
I still don't understand how he's getting the evangelical vote.
Again, makes no sense.
Here's
well,
the evangelical group sided with him over Mike Pence.
Right.
All right, and I'm not a religious guy.
Right. Well,
but you look at me and say, who do you think's lives a more Christian life? How can you? That's like.
Right. Well, the evangelicals, the hardcore evangelicals, are hoping that Donald Trump will end the world and the rapture will begin. And that's why they're on board with him.
You might not want to see those results, a lot of you guys. I see you on Saturday night.
Yeah, because they want to, they want the rapture. They want to go sit at the right hand of the Lord in heaven. And, good for them. Just make sure your driver's a Jew or you're going to be in trouble because your car's going to hit people when nobody's driving it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there's a couple of goofy books. One of them is, if the rapture's coming, make sure your chauffeur's Jewish. Because otherwise your car keeps going and you can lose your heaven points if you start knocking over people.
So,
but State of the Union, I would like to expect less bloviating about how good I am. That's acceptable, but he doesn't have an off switch for that. And B, I want some policy going forward. What are you going to do to make the country better? How are you going to make our lives better? How are you going to keep us safer? You know, that's what it comes down to.
When I'm hearing him talk, and I feel like he's never played a team sport in his life. He's never been in a foxhole. He's never had to rely on the person next to him. He's always relied on his checkbook.
He's never had to do anything for himself.
And that's the way he talks to people, and that's the way he talks about people. The guy he's sitting on gold. He's got people that'll follow
Literally
him.
his toilet.
Yeah, they'll follow him, and he can do some amazing things.
Correct.
Where he can motivate people. Joe Biden didn't have that talent. I mean, Obama had
he was motivational.
He had some of that. But what Trump can get people to do and believe, I still don't understand it.
He's a salesman.
I get it. I'm a salesperson too. I mean, I feel like I can sell ice to an Eskimo.
Okay, but you're not a con man.
But I also have a little bit of scruples.
Right, a moral center. Right.
And
Donald Trump is a showman.
His mission is his mission.
So, you know, and he's very good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, Barbara Jean, you can't give him an A when he looks at the other half of the country and he says, you people are crazy. They're allowed to have that thought, even though I don't agree with a lot of the things that they're saying and doing. But they're allowed to have it, and it's not presidential. Like I said yesterday, I'll treat you like a gentleman not because you are, but because I am.
Correct.
And he's sitting at the most powerful position, and he should be a gentleman. He should not be in the gutter. Even if they're in the gutter, he shouldn't be joining them.
Right.
And I feel like that's what he did last night. He joined them in the gutter.
And after 5 years of being in this position, none of this has sunk in. Mm-hmm. That's the shame. But none of this has made an impression.
He knows he's untouchable too. So he's survived two impeachments.
He may not be.
He survived two impeachments. He has a arrogance of invincibility about him.
Correct.
So,
but think of Icarus. Think of, the higher you soar, the longer the fall and the thump on the ground is going to be.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Bobby. How many presidents have been generals?
Generals, what we do? Was it 12, 16, something like that?
It was 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many presidents have been generals in the last 50 years?
Eisenhower.
Yeah, that was 70 years ago.
That's it.
Yeah.
How many in the last 50 years had done military service? Obama didn't. Clinton didn't. Bush was in the Air Force Reserves.
Yeah, W was in the reserves.
Right, but did he?
Bush,
what did Dan Rather have to say about that too? That
they're not even so sure about
that. That in right.
George Senior.
He was
HW
absolutely.
Was.
He lied about his age to get into the service.
Yeah. Carter was.
Yep.
Ford was.
Obama wasn't. Nixon wasn't.
Ford was a Navy guy.
Right.
So
Biden, I don't think did service.
I don't think LBJ did, and JFK obviously.
LBJ did some
was he
type
a Navy
of
guy?
He did reserve, I believe. I think he was in the Navy Reserve.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
All right, we only got a couple minutes left because we got to get our butts over to trivia.
Yeah, baby. We're gonna win this week. I'm telling you right now.
All right, we are in the dining room.
Correct.
We're not in the banquet hall tonight.
Right.
So I'm doing LBJ military service.
Right.
Let's see what he had. He was in the Navy Reserve.
LBJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
he was
right.
a Naval Reserve officer during World War II.
And I don't think Truman was.
He reported for active duty shortly after 1941. So he was receiving the Silver Star in 1942 for a bombing mission before being ordered back to Congress.
Bobby brought up a point that without a draft, less people have military experience. However, if you look at the people that are running for Congress in particular, so many of them are veterans on both sides, Democrats and Republicans. There's a tremendous amount of relatively recent military veterans. We're talking people in their early 30s, mid-30s.
J.D. Vance has military experience.
Right.
I mean, I'm trying to think of who who is in a high position right now. Marco doesn't.
Nope. Buttigieg, but he's not in office right now.
Who he met with today was a JAG officer.
DeSantis. Yeah, absolutely.
No, but LBJ was very active during World War II. So he was promoted to commander in 1949. So very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of our show. Thank you. I'm sorry we didn't get to
That's all right.
the other topic. We got so hung up on the State of the Union stuff.
And the boxing.
And the boxing stuff. Well, we planned the boxing. We didn't really plan the State of the Union
Correct.
stuff.
But we flow here. Hey, it's bollocks, baby.
Yep.
Talks and tangents.
Yeah, because we float like butterflies here. Thank you guys.
No.
We'll be with
Harry
you guys.
Truman.
We'll be with you guys in the morning. And you still have one more Bollock show this week.
Yes, we do.
So tomorrow, what are we going to talk about tomorrow? What was the topic?
We don't have one for tomorrow yet.
What do you have in the title today?
Oh, the
Stick with me.
NCAA winning some lawsuits against petitioning students.
All right, we'll switch that over to tomorrow.
That's fine,
So we'll
because
do-
it's really kind of interesting for a change. The pendulum is swinging back a little bit.
Right.
And Harry S. Truman served in the U.S. Army during World War I as a captain in the 129th Field Artillery, 35th Division.
But they spelt his middle name wrong.
He commanded Battery D in France, seeing action in the Vosges and Meuse-Argonne campaigns.
Right.
He was noted for his leadership and successful combat record before being discharged in 1919. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for that update. I guess, did Bobby ask that question? Or
No, I did, because we were talking about LB.
Your brain took you there.
Right, exactly.
All right.
My brain
Right
takes
in
me
the
a
middle
lot
of
of
us
places.
waving and smile, his brain took him there. Bye, guys.
Well,